Okay, so this is Financial Pop episode 11. I'm gonna try and liven things up a little bit. I'm gonna try and bring my personality into this a little bit more than I have in the past. I've been watching some of them. They're a little bit dry, a little bit, at least me. Obviously, I enjoy the clips, but I wanna liven things up a little bit. Today, I'm recording in the little library that we have at the office. Just came into the office here today to do a quick recording. I'll probably do another one here later today. But today we're going to talk about 4 steps to improving your life, whether that's financially or whether it's just physically or in mental health or whatever you need to improve your life in. These are 4 steps that will get you to a better life and that will help you throughout the rest of your life. So let's watch a clip about the first step you should take.
I'm Simon Sinek, and a few years ago I made a discovery that profoundly changed my view of the world and profoundly changed my life. What I learned is that all the people and organizations with the power to inspire, people like Apple Computers and Martin Luther King, the Wright brothers, what I discovered is that regardless of their size and regardless of their industry, every single one of these leaders and organizations thinks, acts, and communicates the exact same way. But very, very few people and very, very few organizations can clearly communicate why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make money. That's a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? Why does your organization exist? Why did you get out of bed this morning? And why should anyone care? The ability to start with why is not reserved for those few who are born with the capacity. We all have the ability to inspire those around us. We all have the ability to learn how to start with why.
Okay, so step number 1, know your why. You need to know what the purpose of your life is. In whatever field you're talking about, whether it's your family, whether it's work, whether it's something else. You need to know what your why is. You need to know why you're doing what you're doing. You're not going to work to make money. Obviously that's a result of it, and that's something that we need and we want. But what drives you? What is really helping you to improve your life? Okay, now the second step here. This is why I chose to record here in the library, is self-improvement. Let's take a quick look at a clip.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes, and he said it'll all change for you. So let's talk a little bit about personal development, that extraordinary adventure I undertook starting at age 25. And I've never ceased that adventure. I'm still going for it. In the 90s, I want to get better and better. I want my craft to get better, my business operations to get better, the things I do to get better. Because once I picked up this simple formula, I'm telling you, it's easy to figure out where the problem is if you go to work on it.
Okay, so that clip was Jim Rohn, who's a well-known coach, life coach, and things like that. But basically, the idea here is self-improvement, self-education, learning more about what drives you and what you can do to improve yourself. Will only do that. It will improve yourself. It will improve you, it will improve the people that you're around, and it will make it so that your life is much more stable, much more happy, and much more fulfilling. Okay, we've watched 2 clips at this point that were educational and helpful, but not all that funny. We like to do funny here. So this next clip is going to be from Office Space. If you've never seen Office Space, it's a great movie, great cult classic, and it's about an office and the pains of working at an office and the challenges that occur there. So let's take a look at this clip.
Would you walk us through a typical day for you?
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
I generally come in at least 15 minutes late. I use the side door. That way Lumberg can't see me. And after that, I just sort of space out for about an hour. Till I'm thirsty.
Space out?
Yeah, I just stare at my desk. But it looks like I'm working. I do that for probably another hour after lunch, too. I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
Peter, would you be a good sport and indulge us and just tell us a little more?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something about TPS reports. The thing is, Bob, it's not that I'm lazy. It's that I just don't care.
Don't care?
It's a problem of motivation, all right? Now, if I work my ass off and Initech ships a few extra units, I don't see another dime. So where's the motivation? And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it. That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job, but you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
Would you bear with me for just a second, please?
Okay.
What if, and believe me, this is so hypothetical, but what if you were offered some kind of a stock option equity sharing program? Would that do anything for you?
I don't know, I guess. Listen, I'm gonna go. It's been really nice talking to both of you guys.
Absolutely. The pleasure's all on this side of the table, trust me.
Good luck with your layoffs, all right? I hope your firings go really well.
Excellent. Great.
Okay, so from this clip, we can see that sometimes we procrastinate. Sometimes we're not very motivated. Sometimes we don't do the things that we know we need to do. The step number 3 is to understand what motivates you and what causes you to procrastinate and delay doing the things that you know need to get done. If you understand that, if you dive down into that and learn those things, and structure your life around motivation rather than procrastination, it will make your life infinitely more productive, and you'll be able to accomplish the things that you hope to accomplish without as much procrastination. Obviously, we're going to daydream a little bit. We're going to get lost in Facebook or social media in some regard. Maybe even you go down a YouTube hole of just video after video. But the idea here is, let's minimize those. Let's maximize our productivity, and finding out and understanding what motivates you is going to be key to that. And then avoiding what causes you to procrastinate. Okay, and finally, step number 4 it has to do with your relationships. Find good relationships. There's a saying out there. You are the sum of you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with most, or hang out with most. Make those 5 people something good. Reach for the stars. Try to hang out with people who improve you, and then you can bring those other people up with you. The better people you're around, the better you will be. Now, I was looking around here in our library for the book, probably the Bible when it comes to this sort of thing. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. I didn't find it here. I know it's in here somewhere, but that is a book I would recommend. This is something that I obviously struggle with frequently. I've already mentioned it in an earlier video. I have my core group of friends. I don't really want to add to it, or I struggle adding to it, or struggle with the motivation to add to it. But if we do that, if we will try to be more outgoing, try to influence people and bring them into our sphere of influence, and be good to them, be mentors to them, that will be infinitely profitable for us. Now, speaking of mentors, one of these key things is we're trying to build relationships. We're not only trying to be a mentor for people. We need to find mentors who will improve us. We need to find people who will take us to a higher level. So find your mentors, choose them carefully, but don't make mentoring you a full-time job. Tim Ferriss talks a bit about this in a number of things, and the idea is find a mentor, do the work, and then go to the mentor and say, okay, how can I help you? I'd like to do something for you. I'd like to help you in some way. Once you've built that relationship, it's okay to have them look at some of your work or help you along in some way or another. But don't make them do all the work of being your mentor. Make being your mentor very easy. So these are 4 lessons or four things we can learn and implement in our lives to improve our lives. Obviously, I've still got a lot of work to go on all of these, and it's a lifelong thing. Jim Rohn was talking about how he in that video, if you find that whole video clip, he talks about how self-improvement is a lifelong thing. It never stops. You can start when you're extremely young, but you're going to continue self-improving throughout the rest of your life, or else you're going to start decreasing in your productivity. Self-improvement is key here, and using these 4 steps in a self-improvement way will benefit you throughout the rest of your life. Sorry, this one was a little bit longer than I planned, but hopefully you enjoyed it and got something good out of it. I'm going to try and bring a little bit more liveliness into things. The next video, or the next video here will probably feature Louis C.K. And it's a pretty funny little thing. So I hope you look forward to it, and I will be talking to you soon. Thanks.